So, good morning everyone. I am Clarice Andy Aquino and I will be the one who will discuss to you the Masonry or the history of Masonry. So, allow me first to read this to you. So, Masonry is a type of construction that involves building structures using individual units like bricks, stones, or concrete blocks held together with mortar. It's one of the oldest building methods known for creating strong and durable walls, buildings, and other structures. So, Masonry is important in construction for several reasons. First is the durability, the fire resistance, the thermal insulation, the aesthetic appeal, and the low maintenance. So, before we proceed on this, before I will explain to you the meaning of this is, let me discuss to you first, where does the Masonry come from, or what is the history of the Masonry. So, Masonry is one of the oldest crafts in the world. So, it began in the Middle Ages when skilled workers called stonemasons built big and beautiful structure like churches, castles, and bridges. So, these workers formed groups called lodges, where they shared knowledge, trained apprentices, and supported one another as time passed. So, fewer cathedrals and castles were built. So, this group started to accept people who are not builders, but were instead in their ideas and values. So, this changed Masonry from a craft focused on building to a group that focused on personal growth, brotherhood, and helping others. But first, what is Masonry? So, ano nga ba yung Masonry, guys? When we say Masonry, it is a craft of building structure using materials like bricks, stones, and concrete. It is skill that combines strength and artistry, creating buildings and walls and other structures. So, they're both durable and beautiful. So, yung Masonry is para siyang mga stones, mga bricks, mga rocks, and concrete na pinagsama-sama to build a wall or to create structures. So, as you can see here, individual unit siya like bricks, stones, and concrete or blocks that held together with mortar. So, dinidikit-dikit siya in order to build a wall or a structure. So, it is one of the oldest building methods known for creating strong and durable walls, buildings, and other structures. So, next is I will be discussing to you the importance of Masonry in construction. So, Masonry daw is very important in construction for several reasons. The first is the durability. So, structures made from Masonry can withstand harsh weather conditions including wind, rain, extreme temperature, making them long-lasting and low maintenance. So, yung Masonry is very durable siya kasi no matter kung gaano kalakas yung wind, kung gaano kalakas yung bagyo na dumaan is, or mga harsh weather or condition is, masisigurado mo na yung Masonry can withstand or hindi siya maaalog or hindi siya masisira. So, next is the fire resistance. So, we all know na yung mga kahoy or yung mga nipa or kung mga anong mga gamit na ginagamit natin sa pag-build ng structure is hindi siya semento, is we all know na madali siyang masunog, or kung may sunog man na dumaan or dumating is madaling kumalat yung sunog na yon. So, pero sa Masonry is hindi, kasi nga fire resistant siya, o hindi siya basta-basta lang nasusunog or kumalat yung sunog in this. So, thermal insulation. What is thermal insulation ba? So, thermal insulation refers to materials or methods used to reduce the transfer of heat between the inside and outside of the building. So, it helps keep a space cooler in hot weather and warmer in cold weather. So, yung thermal insulation pala is hindi basta-basta pumapasok yung init. So, as you can see, mas cooler yung nafe-feel natin if nandun tayo sa loob ng isang structure or isang bahay na gamit yung masonry na kasi nga hindi basta-basta pumapasok yung init, except hindi katulad ng ibang mga materials is nafe-feel natin na sobrang init sa loob, di ba? So, it maintains daw stable indoor temperature. So, mas makikita natin yung coolness or lamig sa loob. So, next is the aesthetic appeal. From the word aesthetic, mas maganda talaga tignan yung build ng isang struktura if masonry ang yung ginagamit. Kasi nga, kung gusto natin kung tayo yung mag-build ng isang building or structure is kung gusto natin ng mas appealing siya sa mata natin or mas magandang or aesthetically pleasing sa atin is mas better talaga yung masonry. So, next is the low maintenance. So, sinabi ko naman dito kanina sa thermal insulation or durability kasi nga hindi siya basta-basta naaalog. So, hindi mo kailangan ng malaking budget para ma-maintain lang yung mga gamit dito. Kasi nga, it's very durable and it's very, hindi siya basta-basta nasisira lang. So now, let's focus on the career opportunities in masonry. So masonry is still an important part of the construction industry. Skilled masons are needed to build strong and beautiful structures. Here are some jobs you can explore in masonry. The first is the bricklayers and stone masons. They build walls, pathways, and decorative stoneworks. So next is concrete workers. They shape and smooth concrete to make solid foundation. The number 3 is restoration workers. They fix old buildings and bring them back to their original beauty. Next is the construction supervisors. Experienced masons can lead construction teams and make sure projects are done well. Number 5 is business owners. Masons can start their own companies and offer building services. Masonry jobs teach important skills like accuracy, problem solving, and teamwork. So these skills can help you succeed in other areas of construction and engineering. So masonry jobs teach important skills like accuracy, problem solving, and teamwork. So these skills can help you succeed in other areas of construction and engineering too. So to wrap up or to summarize up, masonry is not just about building with bricks and stones. It is a craft with a rich history and a career that offers creativity, stability, and opportunities for growth. So thank you very much, and I hope you learned something today, and that's all.
Hey everyone, my name is Justin S. Guzman and my topic is all about the different types of masonry. So first, we have a brick, second, stone, and thirdly is the concrete block. So the brick masonry, it is a masonry is defined as the placement of brick in a systematic manner using mortar to blend the brick together and create a solid mass that can withstand a great deal of the pressure. For example, in the fourth pillar, that's the example of the brick masonry. So, stone masonry. So, the stone masonry is made of stone units bound together with mortar. So, an example in the flower pot, that's the example of the stone masonry. So, the concrete block. So, the concrete block is construction with concrete or cement block that are larger than a standard clay or concrete brick. It is an example of the walls and also in the floor. Career opportunities in the masonry industry, we have masonry designer, masonry instructor, and masonry sales representative. So in masonry designer, sila na yung mga nagdi-design ng mga masonry na para ibenta. Then dito naman sa masonry instructor, yung sila yung nag-i-instruct sa mga masonry designer para gumawa ng mga bago pang mga design sa mga brick. And sa Masonry sales representative, sila naman yung mga nagre-representative para ibenta na yung mga bricks sa mga industry.
Good day, everyone. Today, I will be discussing the common tools used in masonry work. Masonry tools are essential for constructing structures using materials like bricks, stones, and concrete. Each tool serves a specific purpose to ensure the work is precise and efficient. Let's go over the most commonly used tools. So, masonry tools and equipment. Common masonry tools. Number 1 is trowel. A flat triangular tool used for spreading mortar and shaping bricks or stone. For example, it's used to apply mortar between bricks when building a wall. Number 2, hammer, or to be specific, a brick hammer. Brick hammer used for breaking bricks and chiseling. For instance, you can use it to split a brick into a smaller pieces. Number 3, chisel. A sharp-edged tool used for cutting or carving hard materials like stone or concrete. For example, it is used to trim a brick to fit a tight space. Number 4, level. Or in masonry, they use beam level or stabila level. So, a level, a tool that ensures surfaces or bricks are perfectly horizontal or vertical. So, for example, when building a wall, it ensures that the bricks are aligned straight. Number 5 is flambab. Flambab, a weight suspended from a string used to check the vertical alignment of walls. For instance, it's used to make sure a column is perfectly straight. Number 6 is mason square, a right-angle tool used to ensure precise 90-degree angles in masonry work, helping to achieve accurate brick or block alignment. So, for example, it's used to create perfect corners for walls or frames. Number 7, masonry line and pins. A line stretched between pins placed along the work area to guide the alignment and leveling of bricks or blocks, ensuring straight and even rows. So we use masonry line and pins to ensure that the brick wall follows a straight path. Number 8, mixing hoe and mortar pan. So a hoe for manually mixing mortar or cement, and a pan for holding and mixing the materials. So the mixing pan is used for manually mixing mortar or cement. For instance, you can prepare a mortar in it before applying it to the bricks. Number 9, masonry brush. A brush used to clean dust and debris from surfaces before applying mortar or finishing work, ensuring better adhesion and a clean surface. So for example, it's used to clean the bricks to ensure better adhesion. Lastly, the masonry saw is used for cutting brick, stones, or concrete with precision. It's essential for cutting bricks to fit corners or make special shapes during construction. So these masonry tools are very important because they help us build strong and well-made structure. Each tool has a purpose, like spreading mortar, cutting tools, or making sure walls are straight. Knowing how to use these tools is important, especially for those who want to work in construction. It helps them to do their job faster, easier, and with better result.
So, good day to each and everyone. So, my name is Venice Marie Quidal Santos, and for today's lesson, I'll be discussing about safety equipment and proper use and maintenance of tools and equipments. So, first, let me discuss to you about safety equipment. So, what are these safety equipment? So safety equipment, these are equipments that the worker will be using in his working field to keep himself safe from any accident. So first, we have hard hats. So hard hats is to protect against falling debris or contact with stationary objects. So as a worker, every field in work, like in masonry, so we have to use this hard hats to prevent us to protect us from any falling debris. So we have gloves, so to protect our hands from cuts and abrasions. So for example, especially in masonry, we need to use these gloves to protect our hands from any equipments or tools that are sharp, like trowel. So at this side we have dust mask. So it's to protect against silica dust and other airborne particles. So we need to use this mask so that we can inhale any dust and to prevent us from having respiratory diseases. So next we have hard boots, or boots in short. So it helps to protect feet from heavy materials and falling objects. So lastly, we have goggles. So goggles is to protect against falling debris and dust. So it helps or it protect our eyes in any flying debris and dust, so that our eyes can be safe, of course. Wait. So let's proceed to our next topic, which is tools and maintenance, proper use and maintenance of tools and equipment. So here are our next topic, which is all about proper use and maintenance of tools and equipment. So first we have inspect regularly. So looking for any issues like splinters, cracks, or breaks, and also regularly inspections can help a masonry worker to identify any problems before they become unsafe or causes damage. So second, we have cleaning after issues. So as a responsible worker, we need to clean our tools and equipment after using it, removing dirt, dust, and debris, which is a brush of compressed air. For tougher grain, we can use any detergent solution. So third, we have sharpened blades. So in sharpening blades, so we need to sharpen blades to help to maintain their cutting performance and prevent damage. For example, the masonry saw and the trowel. So we have here, fourth is the lubricate as needed. So we need to lubricate tools when a masonry tools like hammer to avoid any grease or rust. So example here, the hammer, masonry hammer. So second, fifth, we have replace worn parts. So replacing any worn parts of a tool, like for example, the handle is worn out and grips to avoid any incident might happen during working time. So sixth, we have store safety. So in store safety, keeping the tools in dry place to prevent any rust and corrosions. So lastly, we need to use labels so that the equipments or tools with a unique, we need to use labels like unique names, numbers, to avoid mixing them up, to avoid any confusion in using the tools. So thank you for listening. I hope you understand something from my report. Thank you.
Good day everyone, I'm Raymond Sanchoy Santiago and today I will discuss to you about the Masonry plans and drawing. Masonry plans consist of building structures from a single unit that are laid and bound together with mortar. Masonry drawing are technical documents that provide detailed instructions for fabrications and installations of masonry elements such as brick, glass, and stones. So, Masonry plans typically refer to structures or building made using of brick, stones, or concrete. Based on materials, masonry works involves creating structures by laying individual masonry units, such as bricks, stones, or blocks, and binding them together using a mortar. Masonry is known for its durability, strength, aesthetic appeal in constructions. So, masonry plans and drawing, it is talk about the structures made of brick, stones, and cement. So, in this example is, yung example dito is yung mga, like, example of this is building. So, yung mga building is ginagamit dito is brick, stones, and masonry. So, when we say kasi mortar, mortar is, ito yung mga semento na minimix ng mga construction worker to, para dumikit and tumigas yung mga pader na ginagawa natin. So next is basic masonry skills. So first is laying bricks, blocks, and stone. So in laying bricks, blocks, and stone, kung eto dito yung mga pader ng mga buildings, kung paano natin to i-structure yung pader. So first is preparation. Siyempre, first is preparation. So dapat prepare tayo sa mga materials na gagamitin natin, most especially sa paggawa ng mga paters or buildings in masonry. So second is mortar application. So when we say mortar application, ito yung when we say mortar kasi ito yung mga cement na minimix ng mga construction worker para and then ma-apply sa mga bricks or stones para tumigas or dumikit ang makapag-create tayo ng isang pader. So next is placement. So when we say placement, it is placement, ito na yung mga pader na saan natin ilalagay or ano yung ilalagay sa mga mason. So, joint formations. So when we say joint formation, ito na yung gine-join yung mga bricks or stones para maging durable. Para alam naman natin na sa construction site is yung durability ng isang building is dapat secure and hindi madaling masira. So, second is building up. So, when we say building up, ito na yung final kung paano natin i-build yung structures such as buildings, office, and other establishment. So, next is mixing mortar. So, when we say mixing mortar, from the word mixing, ito na yung mini-mix yung mga cements para makakapit tayo ng mortar. So, first is that, syempre, kung hindi tayo makakagawa ng mortar, syempre, ingredients is the most important thing is that, minimix natin yung mga ingredients such as water, sand, cement, para makagawa tayo ng mortar. So, when you say kasi mortar, ito yung mga semento na nilalagay natin sa mga bricks, stones, para ma-build natin yung pattern ng kada building. Para maging matigas and durable siya. So, next is pointing. So, pointing first is definitions, tools, and types. So, yung tools naman dapat sa paggawa natin ng mga pattern or buildings, dapat complete tayo sa mga tools and materials na gagamitin natin. So, ano ba yung types? So, yung types, ito na yung mga types ng mga gagamitin natin materials such as, in this generation, mostly kasi ginagamit ng mga construction worker is most on machines. Pero back then, mostly ginagamit ng mga construction paper o yung mga sinaunang tao is manual. Pero ngayon, ginagawa pa naman nun ng mga other, but most of the time, such as sa malalaking mga buildings, machine na yung ginagamit nila. So, building symbols, masonry structures. So, sa building symbol, masonry structures, ito yung mga walls, columns, and silver arches. So, alam naman natin kung ano ibig sabihin ng walls. So, yung mga example na mga masonry structures, ito na yung mga walls. When you say kasi walls, ito yung mga walls na mga office, buildings, schools, and etc. Like mga father. Yan yung mga walls. When you say din columns, ito yung mga columns na kada father ng building. So next is the simple arches. So next is the essential tips. So essential tips: level plank, mortar consistency, bond patterns, tool maintenance, safety gear. So level plank. So ito yung from the word level, dapat i-level natin yung mga pattern. Para hindi din, syempre, para straight tingnan, syempre dapat file siya and then straight yung makikita natin. And then second is the mortar consistency. And when we say mortar consistency, hindi forget na mag-mix tayo ng mortar is pag malata, goods na pag-dry okay na. So, dito naman sa mortar consistency, dapat tamang consistency at kumbaga sa pagluluto pa ng mga gulay or something, dapat lutong-luto na siya. Same lang yan sa paggawa natin ng pattern. Dapat yung mga cements or sands are mix, kumbaga, na-mix talaga and para dumikit and para maging durable siya. So, next is the bond pattern. So, sa pagpaband, when we say bond kasi, yung paglagay natin ng mga blocks. So, sa paggawa kasi ng building, syempre, need natin ng blocks, cement, para ma-join or ma-band yung mga blocks para maging durable yung ating ginagawa structures or buildings. So, tool maintenance. Siyempre, when we say tool maintenance, so after gumamit or after natin ginamit yung mga tools and materials, dapat i-maintain natin yung kalinisan or yung paano i-restore yung mga materials na ginagamit natin para hindi siya madaling masira. Useless lang kung ginamit mo tapos iniwan mo lang sa side tapos hindi mo nilinis or hindi mo inayos na mabuti, may possibility na yung materials na mga materials na ginamit mo is madaling masira. Last is the safety gear. So, here naman, sa last part of essential tips is the safety gear. Siyempre, sa paggawa ng mga buildings or structures such as walls, columns, or symbols, arches, siyempre, kailangan natin ng mga safety gears. Ano nga ba yung mga safety gears? Ito na yung mga PPE such as gloves, head protection, eye protection, ear protections, and boots and PPE, protective. So that's all.
Hello everyone. So I'm Kaysilene D. Ostero and my topic is about understanding Masonry symbols and notations. These aren't just random squiggles on construction blueprints. There are secret code that unlock the secret of building with bricks, stone, and concrete block. Masonry symbols and notations are a visual language used on construction drawings to communicate the design and details of masonry structures. They help architects, engineers, and builders to understand how to build the walls, fireplaces, and other features using bricks, stone, and masonry construction. So here's a breakdown. First is the wall, some common symbols and representations. Masonry wall. Think of it as a sturdy, thick structure made of bricks, stone, or concrete blocks that forms a long barrier or enclosure. Like for example, W8 CMU wall with 4 insulation. So this means a wall made of 8-inch concrete blocks or CMU with 4 inches of insulation inside. The second is brick or BR. Represent a brick, a small rectangular block of baked clay used for building walls. Like for example, BR 8 by 2 by 4 solid brick. So this describes a bricks that's 8 inches long, 2 inches wide, and 4 inches high with no holes inside. Stone or ST represent a piece of natural stone used in construction. Like for example, ST 1 by 2 granite veneer. This means a thin layer of granite stone 1 foot wide and 2 feet long used as a decorative facing on the wall. Next is the mortar or M. Represent the mortar, a mixture of cement, sand, and water used to bind masonry units together. Like for example, M. Type of N mortar. Because it has different types of mortar, so you need to put what kind of mortar to use. So this specifies the types of mortar used, which determines its strength and properties. So here are the common types of bonds. First is the running bonds or RB. Imagine bricks laid in a straight line, but each row is shifted slightly so that the bricks in the next row cover the gaps between the bricks below. Like for example, a standard brick wall is often built with a running bond pattern. So, state siya. Stack bond or SB. Imagine bricks stacked directly on the top of each other like building blocks. So, this is a simple pattern but not as strong as others. So, like for example, a stack bond pattern is sometimes used for decorative walls, but it's not common for load-bearing walls. The next is the English bond or EB. Imagine alternating between short bricks and long bricks, one in each row. It creates a very strong and visually pleasing pattern. Like for example, many historic brick buildings use the English bond pattern. So, the next is the Flemish bond or FB. Imagine alternating between short bricks or long bricks, but this time, each brick is centered over the space between the bricks below. So, it's a more intricate and decorative pattern. Like for example, Flemish bond is often used for decorative walls and accents, but it's not as common as running bond or English bond. So, now, here the difference between 4 bonds. So, the running bonds or RB is a simple, offset rows, strong, common for load-bearing walls. And the stack bonds or SB is a brick stacked directly, weak, only for non-load-bearing walls. The English bond or EB alternating headers or stretchers, it is a very strong and visual appealing. The Flemish bond or FD alternating headers or stretchers, centered, strong, and decorative. General construction symbols. Door or DR. It represents a movable barrier for opening and closing an entrance. Like for example, DR 3 feet and 0 inches by 7 feet or N 0 inches. Have 1/2 thick solid wood door. So this describes a door that's 3 feet wide, 7 feet high, and made from solid wood. Window or WN represents an opening in the wall for light and air. For example, 3 feet and 6 inches by 5 feet and 0 inches. Double hung vinyl window. So, this describes a window that's 3 feet, 6 inches wide, and 5 feet high, and it's made from vinyl with two sashes that slide up and down. Roof or R represent the covering over a building. Like for example, 12 over 12 pitch. Asphalt shingles. This describes a roof with a steep slope, 12 over 12 pitch and covered with asphalt shingles. So next is the floor or FL. This represents the level surface within a building. Like for example, FL, first floor, wood framing with plywood sheeting. So this describes the first floor or a building with a wooden frame and plywood covering. Ang notations dun ay yung mga letter lang, yung like DR, WN, or example, WN represent as window, R represent as roof, and DR represent as door. So, para short lang para short lang yung nilalagay sa blueprints, para ito yung mga sign kung ano ba dapat doon, like door for DR, window for WN, or roof for R. So, in conclusion, understanding masonry symbol and notation is crucial for anyone working with construction drawings. This visual language allows for clear communication of complex structural details, ensuring efficient and accurate building of masonry structures, from basic building blocks to intricate laying patterns. These symbols provide a standardized way to prevent the design and construction of walls, fireplaces, and other masonry features. So that's all for my topic. Thank you.
Good day to everyone. I am Francine Marfa and I'm going to explain to you the basic masonry skills. So first, what is a basic masonry skill? So, masonry is the art and science of conducting structures from stone, brick, and similar materials. It is a skill that has been used for centuries to build everything from home and bridges to monument and temples. So, also masonry has essential tools which are trowels, brick hammer, level, plumb, bump, line level, and masonry square. So first, I'm going to explain to you what is the trowel. So trowel is used for applying shaping mortar. So next is brick hammer. So brick hammer is used for shaping bricks. Next is level. So basically, level are used to ensure that the surface are level. So next we have a plumb bump. So plumb bump ensures vertical alignments. So next is line level. So line level used to check the horizontal alignment. So again, the difference between plumb bump and line level is plumb bump ensures the vertical alignment, and the line level used to check horizontal alignment. So lastly, we have a Mason square. So Mason square used to check right angles.
Hi everyone, my name is Hamiman Anabal, and now I'm going to discuss to you my assigned topic about the waterproofing masonry structure and safety precaution in the masonry workshop, which is the proper lifting and handling of materials and prevention of accident and injuries. Now, let me discuss to you the waterproofing masonry structure. So, waterproofing masonry structure is about protecting them from water damage, keeping them strong and lasting longer. So, ito yung bricks na sa wall na laging nababasa ng ulan. na nagkakaroon ng bitak or puting polvo at nagiging mahina yung masonry, and kailangan ng waterproofing para maprotektahan ang pader na gawa sa bricks. We have a common methods in waterproofing masonry structures. First, we have surface sealant, penetrating sealers, waterproofing membranes, and drainage system. So, surface sealant, think of this like a waterproof paint. They're applied to the surface of masonry to create a barrier against water. This is often used on exterior wall. So, ito yung parang paint lang na inilagay sa ibabaw ng pader para hindi makapasok ang tubig. Madalas itong ginagamit sa mga panlabas na pader. And now, the penetrating sealers. These sealers soak into the pores of masonry, creating a barrier from the inside out. They're good for preventing water from seeping and through the bricks themselves. So, ito yung sumisipsip sa loob ng bricks na naglalagay ito ng hadlang para hindi makapasok ang tubig sa mismong bricks. Epektibo ito laban sa pagpasok ng tubig mula sa loob ng bricks. So that's a penetrating sealers. Now the waterproofing membranes. So these are like sheets of waterproof materials placed behind the masonry, acting as a shield. They're commonly used in basement or areas with high moisture exposure. So ito yung waterproof na parang tela na inilalagay sa likod ng pader. Parang shield na para hindi makapasok ang tubig. Madalas itong ginagamit sa basement o sa mga lugar na madalas mabasa. Now the drainage system. Proper gutters, downspouts, and drainage around the foundation are crucial to divert water away from the structure. Poor drainage can lead to water pooling around the foundation, increasing the risk of the water damage. So, dito, kailangan ng maayos na gutter downspout at drainage sa paligid ng pundasyon para mailis ang tubig palayo sa structure. Kung hindi maayos ang drainage, maaring mag-pool ang tubig sa paligid ng pundasyon at malaki ang tsansa na masira ang structure dahil sa tubig. Now, let's discuss about the safety precaution in masonry workshop. Masonry work involved handling heavy materials and using sharp tools, and so safety paramount. So, sa paggawa ng masonry, kailangan mag-ingat dahil madalas nang mahawak ng mga mabibigat na bagay at matutulis na kagamitan. So, first we have use proper techniques. Bend your knees, keep your back straight, and use your leg muscles to lift heavy object. This prevents pain and injury. So, kapag nag-aangat ng mga mabibigat na bagay, kailangan i-bend your knees and yung keep your back straight and use your leg muscles to lift heavy object para maiwasan ng pagkasira or pagkapinsala ng ating katawan. Next, we have mechanical aids. So, for heavy loads, use hoist, forklifts, or other equipment designed for lifting. So, sa mga mabibigat na bagay or kargamento, gumamit ng hoist, forklift, o iba pang kagamitan na ginagawa para sa pag-angat ng mga bagay. Next, we have protective gear. Always wear gloves to protect your hands from cuts and scrapes. So, laging magsuot ng gloves para maprotektahan ang ating mga kamay mula sa mga hiwa, gasgas, o mga sugat na maaaring nating makuha. Next is preventing accident. So, we have clean and organized. A cluttered workshop is this type of disaster. Keep tools and materials organized to avoid tripping hazard. So, ang magulong mga kagamitan ay delikado. Kailangan natin i-organize ang mga tools or materials para maiwasan ang pagka-aksidente. We have now safety gear. Always wear a hard hat to protect your head, safety glasses to protect your eyes, and steel-toe boots to protect your feet. So, kailangan natin ito para makaiwas sa mga sugat or para maprotektahan natin ang ating katawan. Next, we have be aware. Pay attention to your surroundings and be aware of potential hazards like falling object or sharp tools. So, lagi tayong maging aware sa mga bagay sa paligid natin. Like, if ever na may mga panganib or may mahulog na matutulis na bagay, we need to be aware para maging safe tayo. Next, we have follow procedures. Always follow safety guidelines and procedures set by your employer or supervisor. So, if kung ano yung mga safety guidelines or procedure na binigay sa atin, we need to follow that because that's for our own safety naman. Remember, safety is priority in any masonry workshop. By following this precaution, you can help prevent accident and injuries, ensuring a safe and productive work environment. That's all. Thank you.
Good day everyone, my name is Cindy Rose L. Ignacio. So today I'm going to discuss with you about the basic troubleshooting of masonry problem and at the same time about the repairing cracks and damages. So now let's start at the crack. So crack is the most common problem na nangyayari sa masonry. So cracks, this can occur due to thermal expansion and contraction, moisture infiltration, and poor installation. So, kaya nagkakaroon ng crack sa masonry dahil sa thermal expansion. So, based on my research, sinasabi na kapag lumalaki daw yung mga bricks kapag ito ay mainit. Then, lumiliit naman yung mga bricks kapag malamig. And also, pag nagkakaroon din ng cracks yung mga bricks kapag sobrang lapit nila sa isa't isa. So, this constant shrinking and expanding can cause cracks. And kapag yung mga bricks ay hindi nalagay ng maayos, so basically magkakaroon talaga ito ng mga problema o parang hindi matibay yung mga bricks natin. So in order to repair this, kailangan natin ayusin ang paglalagay nito and leave a tiny gap between the bricks. So kanina nga sinabi ko nagkaka-crack yung mga bricks natin kapag sobrang lapit nila together. So dapat pag maglalagay tayo ng bricks, so dapat may konting gap sa gitna nila. Gap between, so they have a room to move a little when it gets hot or cold. So this allows the bricks to expand and contract without putting too much stress on the wall. And also, kailangan nating i-check kung gaano kalalim yung cracks na nangyari sa masonry natin. So if nalaman natin kung gaano kalalim yung crack, is kailangan natin gumamit ng special mortar para to siyang glue, ganon. So, good quality materials and skills craftsmanship make a big difference in the long run. So, always use a strong bricks and mortar. And make sure kung kanino ka man ay nagpapagawa ay may experience sa paggawa ng masonry. Next problem is the bricks spalling. So, this refers to flaking, cracking, peeling, crumbling, or a chipping of the brick surface. This can be caused by poor installation, insufficient maintenance, improper repairs, or environmental factors. So, yung cause bakit nagkakaroon ng ganitong brick spalling because they weren't put together they weren't put together properly in the first place. So, syempre kapag hindi ito proper na nilagay, magkakaroon talaga ng problema. So, one of the reason din is hindi natin naaalagaan ito. So, kapag hinahayaan lang natin ito, so may mga damage talaga na nangyayari dito. So, also yung weather, sinasabi nila is about the freezing and thawing. So, especially kapag natatamaan ng tubig yung mga masonry natin, it can cause them to crack and take off. So, the best way to fix spalling is to remove the damaged pieces and replace them with new bricks. So, we also need to use a special sealant to protect the area and prevent from getting in. Para siyang protective layer, no? Kailangan natin protektahin sa mga damages, to avoid damages. Next is the algae growth. So, algae can thrive on damp masonry surface, creating an unsightly appearance. So, paano nga ba nagkakaroon ng algae yung masonry natin? So, alam nyo ba na ang algae gusto nila yung mga moisture. So, algae also likes to grow on a shady areas kung saan hindi masyadong maliwanag. So, in order to get rid of this algae, kailangan natin gamitin ang 3 prolonged approach, which is the cleaning, prevention, and protection. So first, kailangan itong linisin. So kailangan natin gumamit ng mixture of water and a mild detergent. So parang mga like dishwasher soap, gano'n. So huwag tayong gumamit ng parang yung mga sobrang harsh na chemicals kasi baka ma-damage yung mga masonry natin. Then scrub it gently with stiff brush and rinsing thoroughly. So next is the prevention. So kailangan natin i-address yung moisture issue, improve the drainage around the foundation to prevent water from pooling against the wall. So pruning overlonging branches will increase sunlight and airflow, reducing dampness. Next is the protection. So once the wall is clean and dry, apply a masonry sealer. So this will create a barrier against future algae growth and protect the brick from water drain damage. So next problem is the efflorescence. So this is a white powdery deposit that forms on masonry surface due to soluble salts in the material. So yung efflorescence, ito na yung parang mga white powder siya na dumidikit sa mga wall natin or sa mga brick. So meron din siyang three process na it is a three process na para linisin ito. So this is a scrub, dab, prevention, and protection. So scrub, dab. So we're going to start by gently brushing off the loose efflorescence. So with a stiff bristle brush, a dry brush is often sufficient, but you can use a wet brush if needed. So para naman doon sa mga mahihirap na part na alisin yung mga efflorescent, we can use a cleaning solution might be necessary. But remember, always test a small inconspicuous area first. So kasi guys, kailangan nyo munang i-try sa mga maliliit na mga area kasi what if nilagay mo ng cleaning solution doon sa area na puno ng efflorescent, paano kung hindi talaga siya matatanggal or worse, nagkalaya siya. So diba, mas lalo tayo magkakaroon ng problems. So next is the prevention efflorescence. So this is the second process, so which is the prevention. So efflorescence is caused by water bringing salts to the surface. So make sure your gutters and downspouts are working properly to divert water away from the wall. So next, so the last process is the protection. So once the wall is clean and dry, apply a high quality masonry sealer. So this will prevent water from penetrating the brick and bringing more salts to the surface. So the next problem is the bulging or bowed brick wall. So this indicates masonry distress and may be caused by foundation issues, corroded wall ties, or excessive water infiltration. So yung causes nito is the foundation, if it settles or cracks. So it can put pressure on the wall, causing it to bulge, and corroded wall ties. So these are metal ties that hold the cutter brick layer to the structural wall behind it. And water seeping into the wall can weaken the mortar that holds the bricks together, making it easier for the wall to bulge or bow. So, paano nga ba natin ito aayusin? So, consult a professional mason or engineer immediately to prevent this. So, ensure proper reinforcement, repose, and control joints during construction. So, a bulging wall is a serious issue. It means that the structure is under stress and could be at risk or collapse. So, contact a professional mason or structural engineering immediately so they can assess the damage and also identify the cause. One recommend and they also identify the cause kung bakit nga ba na nangyayari itong problem ito and recommend the best solution for it. So always remember that ensure a strong foundation is built to support the wall. So that's all for today, guys. I hope you learned something from it.